This is my sustainable life. Hi guys, it's Tuesday, March 16th, and I wanted to take you on my usual Tuesday that I've been doing lately, which has usually just been, I love going to Runyon. I hike there, and then because it's Taco Tuesday, then right after I go to Sugar Taco on Melrose, vegan taco spot, and yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys along with my normal kind of Tuesday. So let's go. I'm going to take you on this date with me. It's time for a good car talk while I'm waiting at this light. So usually on my Tuesdays, I like to have that same routine where lately I'm going to Runyon, and then after I go to Sugar Taco, it's Taco Tuesday, and I just kind of had a slow morning routine, which today that consisted of me waking up. I fed my cat first, actually, because, he was crying for food, and then I brushed my teeth, and then I meditated. Actually, I made green tea first, matcha green tea first. Had a couple sips of that, and then I meditated, and then I wrote in 2 journals that I have. You could call them like gratitude journals or just journals, but I love journaling, even if I skip a meditation. Not because I want to, but just because, I don't know, sometimes, honestly, sometimes you don't want to be in your head. I guess that's what it is. Or sometimes I feel really good, and I've been more in tune with my body this past year, so I kind of know when I'm stressed and I really need to meditate, or I know when I just kind of don't need it, I guess you would say. Anyways, so I felt like I needed to meditate today, and I did. Probably about a short one, like 10 minutes of guided meditation on the Calm app. I use that app, and that was good. What I love about guided meditations is I always feel like I gain some type of insight into whatever that little subject is for the day that I didn't see before. It gives me like a new perspective, which obviously is great, because then you can go the rest of the day in like that positive mindset. So that helped. And this one, I guess, to be vulnerable, was on unconditional love. So that doesn't have to necessarily, again, be like a relationship. It's any type of relationship, family, friends, etc. And yeah, this one was just kind of going deep into, we always want things in life, whether that's, it even said like more money, neediness with someone, material things in life. And it was just kind of going into saying that like we kind of have to let go of that and let go of that like attachment to wanting things. Like, don't judge yourself for wanting something, but also keep that space of awareness so that we don't let that wanting overtake us. I would say, in a nutshell, that's kind of what it was saying. And that is more unconditional love, like not forcing people to do things just because you want them to, or not like letting, like, oh, I want so much money, or I want so much of that. Like, all of that can just control your life if you don't become like aware of what you're really thinking, if you're letting it overtake you. Anyway, so that was my meditation. And then I'll show you. Yeah, well, my gratitude journals are in my Amazon store, actually, the ones that I'm using. And one was more focused on like career and go-getting, like kind of like the quotes that are in there. So that's why I really wanted that one, just because I was kind of feeling like extra motivated for 2021 and the new year, and I really wanted quotes that prompted me to inspire me to like go after my goals this year. So that's the one journal that I have. And the other one is more on love, actually. I noticed I've been like focusing on that a lot this year. Love, self-love. You know, if you guys seen on my post or my story, I had recently read Love Mastery by Don Miguel. That book is also in my Amazon store, and that was really, again, changed my perspective and mindset on a lot of things with love. And so this journal is more focused on love and self-love and those quotes that kind of prompt me into that, because I think a lot of what we do, we don't realize it, but it stems from love. And I think it was so funny, Kanye West said once, like he was like on this interview with someone, I don't remember, but he said it perfectly. He said, we either live our life in fear or in love. So we're either acting in fear or in love, which is so true, because every decision you make, it's either because you're afraid something might happen, so you act in a certain way, or you're choosing to act out of love, and you have that like awareness. And yeah, I just love that, because it ties in with anything in life, even like goals you want to go get. Like if you are afraid that you're not good enough or you can't do it, then that's you acting out of fear. But if you're like, no, like I know that I'm confident and I could do anything I set my mind to, then that's you acting out of love, even just for yourself. So, and that's how we are in relationships too, with anyone, family, friends, etc. We're either, letting them live their life free of judgment and just loving them as they are, or we want them to be a certain way and we want to control the situation because that's out of our own fear. Then I pulled an affirmation card. I'll read it right now at this stoplight. I pulled this affirmation card after my journaling. You got to love the struggle just as much as the reward. So many people want the peak but hate the climbing. You want success but don't want the struggle. See, that's the problem. People want to grow but don't want to go through the growing pains, which is exactly what I needed to hear today. Because sometimes, especially for creative people, and I'm a creative person, is like we don't always see like the full outcome of things until later, and we just sometimes feel like, oh, I'm working so hard to do this or to do that, and it hasn't got me anything, or this is like, for example, YouTube is like my side passion project, but I'm not monetizing on it. Doesn't mean that I won't ever, but just like even things like that, you tend to feel like, oh, like I'm kind of just like putting my time and my energy into something, like should I continue doing that when it's like not even making me money? Like, just like natural, we all are human, we have like certain thoughts like that. And so that's why I love this affirmation card, because it just reminded me that, like, like there was a time where all I wanted to do was just know how to edit, just to be able to create anything for myself for when I wanted to. And I could finally do that now. So you know what? Like, I need to continue loving the struggle, because, things will work out I needed to hear that. And I always feel like that's the case. Like, I always feel like the universe has me pull a card that I needed to hear that day. Or even in my journals, like a quote I needed to hear. By the way, side note, I keep saying that. Runyon on a Tuesday is actually the worst day to come because there's like less parking. No parking, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday street cleaning. But for some reason I keep doing it because I've been addicted to Sugar Taco. I love the convenience that I hike and Sugar Taco's like 8 minutes from here. And then I'll probably go to the grocery store nearby after as well. So I just love that like everything's so close. But the parking at this hour, unless you come before 11 or you come after 2, FYI. Usually I just manifest myself of parking, and that's how it happens. In the meantime, the back of this affirmation card said, which do you want, the pain of staying where you are or the pain of growth? You can't just want instant gratification. You actually have to put in the work to get what you want, basically. Well, I'm going to turn this off for now, look for a parking, and I'll see you guys on the mountain.